Public Defender for LA County, Philip Dubé. Let me start with you, Philip, because I was talking with my producer in my ear, and we were both kind of saying, what's the motive? What's the reason for this? They didn't spend a lot of time on that. But then, as this closing statement unfolds, I think it's very clear that he was mad at Shirley because of the evidence that was introduced that he followed her and confronted her for just going out to dinner, Philip.
Exactly. She slighted him on her birthday. She let the family take her out and left him and the kids home. Now, on the other hand, to be fair, they went to a very pricey steakhouse. You know, it's not as if they just went through a drive-through for a quick burger. They went to a very pricey steakhouse, and it could have been quite expensive to treat everybody to a birthday dinner. But notwithstanding, let at least be at his choice. Can we include you? At least say, no, it's too much money. I'll stay here with the kids. But it sounds like he was rather chagrined by being uninvited or disinvited. And then what did he do? He followed them to the point where they had to pull over to figure out what was wrong. And they asked him if he was drunk. The next thing you know, he goes home and shots ring out. His problem, his legal problem, is that he's giving two versions of what happened. Either you believe it was an accidental discharge, and if that's the case, it means there were 5 accidents. It means the gun accidentally discharged 5 times. I think a jury's going to have a hard time buying that. Contrast that with his defense now that somebody else did it, that somebody else must have gone in there, and now to try to point the finger at his son is going to be so offensive to this jury, it is going to backfire, no pun intended.
I wonder if they think by giving different versions of the story, that could be enough for reasonable doubt for at least one juror. I don't know what they're thinking. We'll find out when they deliberate and give us a verdict. But Marie, talk to me about this type of domestic violence and the fact that he did follow her, confronted her about this dinner. What does it say to you?
This tells me that this was a form of spousal revenge, filicide, killing your own children. It's an extreme form of control and domestic violence and rage. He disassociated these children as human beings. He saw the children as objects, and so he murdered them to hurt the woman. This is more than just, you didn't invite me to your birthday dinner. There has to be a root of domestic violence in that relationship. And if you follow the facts, the woman, when she heard the gunshots rung out, she ran out of the apartment. She didn't run towards the children, according to what my research shows. She ran out. If you go back into their relationship, I promise you, there had to be some precursor of domestic violence. This is spousal revenge. He hurt those kids to hurt his wife. That's what happened. I'm sure of it.
And Marie, I noted too, the same thing, which is if my children are in my house and I hear a gunshot, I'm running to my children. I will run to the gunfire for my children. She didn't. She went to a neighbor's, and maybe that is because of her prior experiences or knowledge of him or domestic violence situation. So we don't know for sure, but certainly.
And she didn't testify. She did not testify.
Exactly. She did not testify.
Maybe she's so afraid of him.
Could be. She did not testify for the state, and the defense, we know, did not put up any evidence. They're not obligated to. They didn't in this case. All right, stand by, because up next, we're going to hear from the defense attorney. That closing argument is up next.